Hi guys, I'm Dan Hoff, CEO of HoneyStick, and today I'm bringing you what I think is the ultimate wax and dab adapter for small batteries. So a lot of you guys out there love our HoneyStick adapters, our hybrids, or our aficionados, but some people want to fly a little bit more stealth than that. They want to go a little bit more under the radar, scale their wax and dab to smaller size, because some people aren't exactly into the whole cartridge and oil thing. So what options exist for you on the market today? Well, if you want big box performance, not many until today. Actually, we just launched this HoneyStick atomizer. It is called the Silencer. Silencer being for two reasons. Well, if you take a look at the actual unit itself, it strikingly resembles a silencer. However, it is so powerful that it will definitely leave you at a loss for words. So let's just say that the reason that we call it the silencer is because after using it, many people will experience a loss for words as to how you can get so much performance out of such a little wax and dab atomizer. Now this little guy is going to work really well with a lot of our units, and we're going to go through that when we go to the pairing section of the video, where we talk about what it's going to be your ideal compatibilities among our product line. But right now, let's just jump into what makes this unit really special. So basically you have a small atomizer. It is lathed, so you're going to have a really nice quality smooth finish. You're going to feel the metal in your hand. It is well screwed together, so you're not going to get any type of wiggle motion. It is not going to be that cheap or flimsy, small wax and dab atomizer that you're used to. With this thing, you're going to get something that feels of quality, okay? And we have incorporated a lot of performance metrics. So next off, the problem is that when you're using a smaller battery to power up a wax and dab atomizer, generally they require more power. So what we did with this tank is we're using a ultra low resistance heating wire that still has big power, so you're gonna get that more rapid heat up time that's gonna allow you to take bigger hits throughout the 10 seconds that these batteries normally time out. So you have a 1.10 ohm resistance wire, which is very low for a wax and dab atomizer for small batteries. So the less power that these batteries put out, you're still going to be able to get that nice fast heat up time. And then you're wondering what is happening for taste. For taste, we actually have a unique heater that the wire gets wrapped around for heat up time. It is actually made out of a silicone carbide, which is going to heat up a lot faster than quartz and still offer you really good taste neutrality. So you're not going to have this kind of metallic taste or have this taste of just a pure silica or silicone wick. So this is going to give you a nice taste and a rapid heat up time, and this is all wrapped around the ceramic bowl. Now we're going to shoot over and do a real nice little product close up, and I'm going to take it apart and show you guys the heater. Heater chamber here, if you look, it has a ceramic coating around the cover, so that's going to heat up as well. So you're going to use a nice large percentage of your materials, even ones that aren't directly placed onto the heating assembly. And then you have a nice thick but unique composition heating wire, which actually is, the heating wire is composed of a mixture of iron, chromium, as well as aluminum. So it's going to have a nice thick big power, but it's going to heat up very quickly because it's a very soft metal. So it's also doesn't contain any nickel, so don't worry about that. The other unique feature is if you'll notice, this bowl is actually relatively wide. So out of the smaller tanks, it is much easier to access with a dab tool, and you can actually pack about twice as much into this unit. So you're gonna definitely have a better fill. You're gonna be able to get more hits out of it. And it's gonna be easier to navigate in there, and also a lot easier for you guys to keep clean. Now, let's go into the construction of the top. So, in the top, you have a wide bore mouthpiece that's gonna offer you very nice, effortless draws and big pulls from the unit. However, a lot of times with these wax and dab mouthpieces is you'll have a wide mouthpiece and nothing to block the actual contents or eliminate any splatter. Well, that's actually solved by the internal plate that is placed in there with the surrounding edge that will capture and catch any splatter or particles that you might try to draw out of the device and prevent it from going into your mouth and having it just fall back into the bowl. So it's a very low resistance electronically, and also very low resistance in terms of what you're able to vapor that you're able to pull out of the mouthpiece and offer you some very nice sized hits while keeping the contents in the chamber and out of the pull tube and out of your mouth, of course. So with this atomizer, a lot of people, when we had in our development phases, said, oh, well, it looks similar to something that Yocan has out. You know, we really don't like, you know, the comparison. We don't feel that there's any real merit for it. So I purchased one on eBay and brought it along for us so we can compare. Here's the Yocan one. Let's get a nice little close-up of it. So you guys can see, that's the brand, the insignia right there. And this is it compared to our HoneyStick. Now, the HoneyStick is slightly taller. Where you're gonna get a lot of the differences is the feel and finish right off the bat. When you put both of them in your hand, you can tell that the HoneyStick has a much different feel to it. It has a different polish, different coating on the metal. It's a different grade. You're also gonna see that, well, the Yocan one is significantly thinner than the HoneyStick one. You're also gonna see that when you unscrew it, the bowls are much, much smaller, so you're not gonna get much of a fill. You could actually basically almost fit that bowl into the HoneyStick one. You're gonna see that the heating wire is made of a different composition. The heater is a different composition. And the HoneyStick one is actually much bigger. Just much easier to navigate, much easier to clean, gonna be much more convenient. Now, if you're looking for an ultra slim one, the Yocan one might not be a bad option. But a lot of people are really looking for that medium, and a lot of the emails that we've gotten that they want a slim, stealthy wax atomizer that works well with small batteries that has big box performance. And that's what this does. So let's now, you know, not mention the Yocan one anymore and just focus on the HoneyStick, but because a few of our focus group testers did bring up the Yocan one, I wanted to show it so that you can see them side by side to see the comparative differences here. So for pairings, now because this has a very rapid heat up time, before you break in the coil, you don't want to run it at high voltage, and you definitely don't want to dry fire it or fire it empty. So you always want to make sure that you have your bowl filled up before you're firing it. And filling the bowl, if we get a nice little close-up here, is basically just going to be taking your dab tool and some concentrates and gently placing it on the edges so it's going to lay on top of the heater and around where the ceramic area is. Now when you're poking around there, be careful, don't go poking your heating wire with your dab tool because it is sensitive and it can shorten or affect the life and performance of your coil. So make sure that when you're poking around in there, just don't be very gentle around the actual heating wire and make sure that the concentrates can rest on top of those and right around those in the surrounding ceramic area, which is the white area. Okay, so now pairings. Once you have it filled up, start off using your coil on low voltage or wattage when you're running it on your batteries. But we have several devices that this will pair with. This device, it pairs great with our MiniMax and MiniMax Pro. I brought a MiniMax Pro here. As you see, it just screws right in, folds over like it's your car key. I mean, I don't think it gets much more stealth than that. You have 3 great power settings on the MiniMax Pro, and then when you're ready to take a rip, you just flip it open, push your button, and you're ready to go. So it also pairs very well with the MiniMax. MiniMax Standard. Kind of does live true to its silencer name when you put it onto the MiniMax. But it's a very cool little device, still very sleek, very light. Just turn it on and you're ready to go when it's paired with the MiniMax. Now, another cool pairing that we have is this is our Goldline Battery in silver, which will be available on our website in the next few days, probably about the time that this video will launch. So you can have it in silver or black, but look at what a nice sleek pairing that is. It's almost as if they were made for each other. And this is just a slim, totally stealth pen right here. Even the Pantones of the body of the tank and the atomizer basically just completely match. So this is a really cool, discreet, stealth little setup you can have on a lanyard, or you can even slip in your pocket. I mean, it's super sturdy. The other cool thing that sets apart this tank from the others is because of its rapid heat up time and low resistance, is you are able to use it with auto draw batteries. Generally, wax atomizers require consistent current to get to heat up. This one you can use with auto draw batteries. And the one that we recommend, which is a unit we're going to do a separate video on, is our Beebox Autodraw battery. It is officially just placed onto the website, and the video is right around the corner for this little unit. It is a magnetic auto draw unit, and it becomes very slick and stealth. Just to give you guys a little view. Here's our little Beebox unit, which is a magnetic concealer. Screw the magnet simply onto the wax and dab atomizer, silencer. It drops right in. I mean, that is probably, if you guys are auto draw guys and have been missing out on your wax atomizer, I've heard this pairing is just absolutely marvelous. It works great, it looks great, it's super sleek and slim. I mean, so that is pretty cool. So in a nutshell, that is your silencer wax and dab adapter. That's your small size stealthy unit that offers you big box performance. Now, because it is wider, the one thing I will say is that it does not fit into the openings of our Phantom and our Elf and our BeeKeeper 1. It does fit and pair very well with the BeeKeeper 2.0, which has the wider opening on it. So don't use it with the Elf, the Doable, or the Phantom and the BeeKeeper 1. Because if you purchase it, it's not going to fit down into the opening as it does with our Beebox and our BeeKeeper 2.0, as well as our MiniMax Pros. So just make sure to keep that in mind. Now, I hope you like this video, and I hope that you give this atomizer a try if that's what you're looking for. Please make sure to follow us on Instagram at official Vape HoneyStick, as well as Vape HoneyStick. Make sure to subscribe to our channel here, Vape HoneyStick. Like this video, comment to us if you have any input, suggestions, or if you've bought it, what you think about it. Feel free to you'll see me in the comments there interacting with you guys. Make sure to post your HoneyStick items on Instagram when you do. Tag our handles that I just named. And make sure that when you guys are using this silencer, that you vape responsibly. Take care and use my special promo code HONEY420 for 20% off all our cool HoneyStick items. Cheers, guys.